What's going on YouTube? Tony here, back with another video, and today I am bringing you my winter list of 2018. Now I realize it's probably a little late. I think most people have done their winter list and have moved on and putting out their spring lists. Really wanted to get this out. I didn't put out one last year because I was a little late, and I figured I'd just jump into spring. This year I kind of wanted to go ahead and do it. There's some fragrances on this list that I don't hear too many people talking about, so I kind of want to get my opinion out there on these fragrances and let you guys know about them. It was still in the 30s when I woke up this morning, so it's a little late, but not too terribly late. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, number 10 on that list is a fragrance that I am wrapping up a review on. I'm probably going to put the review, I don't know if I'll put the review out before I actually get this winter list out, but it's from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and it's called Velvet Patchouli. Now, I've been putting off wearing this one to the winter time just because it's patchouli, and it's not the typical sweet patchouli that you would probably smell in some of the fragrances that are in the designer market, specifically from the Mugler house. This is like a dirty, earthy patchouli. I classified it as like potting soil, and so when I bought it, I figured, probably gonna be better suited for the winter, so I put off wearing it. This is one of those things, one of those fragrances that are surprising me. And you'll see that in my review. This starts out with that pretty challenging opening of potting soil, but as it goes through the life of the fragrance, it turns really beautiful. It turns into this sweet ambery scent in the base, but in the mid, something very reminiscent of Straight to Heaven from by Kilian. So a very interesting fragrance that I'm liking diving into, and it's making it at number 10 on my winter list, and it's Velvet Patchouli. Now, coming in at number 9 is a cheapie, and it was a blind buy that I got from TJ Maxx, and I've dubbed it my berry white scent, and it's called Windsor. English Laundry has a couple of fragrances that I actually really like and really surprised me. This one is just granted, I think it's an old school scent. It does smell like an older gentleman. I think it's for an older gentleman. Just very mature, and I think I spent 14 bucks on this. Not sure what the exact price was, but it was under 20 bucks. And for under 20 bucks, this is a steal for anybody, I think. I'm not even sure what the notes are. This is one of those that's in the queue for review, but I have not done my research on it just yet. But I have been wearing it this winter. If I had to guess, I would say it's a good dose of something like nutmeg or cinnamon in this, with some notes like tobacco, amber, something of that sort. Just a really good smelling, surprising fragrance. Like it doesn't smell like something that you would buy 14 bucks on. It just doesn't. So very impressed with English Laundry, and really liking wearing this scent. Suited for winter again. I don't think I would probably reach for this in any other scenarios other than winter, but very impressive from the house of English Laundry, and that's called Windsor. Now, one fragrance house I have been getting into here lately is the house of Bond number 9, and I've been reaching for New York Amber this winter as well. Now, this one has been a little tricky. Again, this is not something I reviewed, so I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but a couple things I will say. One, Bun number 9 has kind of that signature smell, that kind of like Creed in that sense that when you smell a Bun number 9 fragrance, you can kind of tell it's a Bun number 9 fragrance. And this is similar. That's great if you like that DNA, not so great if you don't like that DNA. I think it's okay. And I've been on an amber kick as well here lately. So this just came along at the right time. So I've been kind of wearing this. A little bit sneaky on the performance. When I first started wearing this, I thought the performance isn't too great. It smells pretty good. performance not too great, so I thought I needed to spray more. This thing actually, I think, is one of those nose fatiguing fragrances that will perform a lot better than what you think it's performing. This thing was pushing out. My wife was cooking. She was searing some steak, and if you ever know anything about searing steak, it's smoky, and that smell fills the room. I was wearing this and I walked into the room and she was like, wow, whatever you wearing is really protecting. And so being able to project through seared steak and smoke was pretty impressive, and I didn't even think that it would perform that well. So a good scent that I'm enjoying this winter, coming in at number 8, Bun Number 9's New York Amber. Now number 7, I think is pretty popular in the winter time on a lot of people's list, and I'm going to follow suit, I think, because I'm enjoying Bentley for Man Intense myself this winter. Now I will say, when I first smelled this, this was one of those blind buys because of the hype in the community. Yeah, I fell victim to that, and I remember smelling and thinking, yeah, it's good, but I don't get the hype. I don't understand why people like it so much. And because it is a heavy fragrance, I didn't really touch it quite a while after I bought it. It does start out with some like boozy type feel to it, that was good but not great. So it's not like I regretted the purchase. I just didn't understand why people loved it so much until I started wearing it. The performance on this is great, and the best parts of this fragrance is going to happen into the middle of the fragrance and in the base of the fragrance. Just a gorgeous fragrance. I do agree that it's a masterpiece, and very surprising from a car company, although I think car companies are kind of breaking out of that stigma that they're cheap and not worthy. This one's definitely worthy and a good offering from the house of Bentley for Man Intense. Now, coming in at number 6 is probably my favorite from the house of Versace, and it's Versace's Oud Noir. It's dusty and dry oud. Often compared to Tom Ford's Oud Wood, and they do smell the same. This one is just, I think, more versatile. It's not as thick, not as heavy. I think you can wear this in more situations. Oud Wood is probably perfect for this list. It would probably be perfect for winter only. There's not too many scenarios I would wear outside of the really cold weather. This one I think is a little more versatile. It may not smell as refined as Oud Wood, but I think you can get away with wearing this not only in wintertime, but even in maybe some cool spring days, and of course in the fall. I wouldn't even say you couldn't wear this in the summertime. I think you can get away with wearing this in the summertime if you are sensible with your sprays. Very, very reminiscent to Oud Wood, just not as heavy, not as thick. So very similar smell, just not as dense as Oud Wood, and performance on that is very good as well. So coming in number 6, Versace's Oud Noir. Now number 5 is a fragrance that I've been really in love with since I smelled this on my trip to Toronto. It made my fall list. I'm not sure what number it made my fall list at, but it's going to make number 5 here on this winter list, and it's from Van Cleef & Arpels, the Collection Extraordinaire line, and it's Amber Imperial. Now, to me, this is what really kind of fed into this whole amber kick that I've been on, finding amber fragrances and kind of delving into them. This, if I were to describe what this smells like to me, it seems like this would be something in the Dior Homme line, just sweeter. It's not necessarily as powdery as those fragrances. The Dior Homme line is one of my personal favorites. When I found this one, it kind of fits that same vein, probably a little along the Dior Homme Intense line. Just a gorgeous fragrance to me. course, I've been wearing the mess out of it for the fall and now the winter. Van Cleef & Arpels Amber Imperial. Now, coming in at number 4 is one of those from the Dior Homme line, and it's Dior Homme Parfum. Now, this could easily be my number 1 on this list. Just love the way this one smells. The only thing is I can't find any more bottles of it, so I've been kind of wearing this sparingly, even though the winter time is the time to pull this bad boy out. Dior Homme takes over the spring, and Dior Homme Intense kind of has the fall. This would definitely be number 1 on this list if I wasn't leery about using it all, since I can't find any other bottles anywhere. So coming in at number 4, DHP, or Dior Homme Parfum. Now, number 3 is another fragrance that I am wrapping up in a review on. Another blind buy, but I'm very happy with this. I found this, the hole in the wall here locally, and it's Fahrenheit Parfum. Now, I'm finishing up the review on this. This is not the traditional Fahrenheit that it looks like. I think I don't know what the sales and things like that were on this, but this is now discontinued. You can't really find this anywhere. And I think one of the reasons could be that this looks so much like the other bottles that people may have just assumed that this was Fahrenheit and didn't really give it a second chance. And I could have been one of those people, but I'm loving this. Performance on this is just stupid good, or stupid strong. I won't say good, because not all strong fragrances, it's not good for all fragrances to be super strong. But 2 sprays on this, you can walk out, come back, you'll still smell this lingering in the air. Just a very strong, potent fragrance. You have to be really careful on the trigger, but a very good smelling fragrance. Smells similar to the original in the sense that it's I would describe it as thick and oily, but thick and oily, like, this is gonna sound weird, but a mixture of like baby oil and motor oil, which probably won't think, well, that doesn't smell good, but actually it does come together really good. It has some really dark notes. I want to say leather and maybe some vanilla or something like that in the base. Just a very, very good, very happy with this blind buy from Dior. And then it's Dior. I mean, it's not much of a gamble for me, being a lover of Dior and their fragrances. So coming in at number 3, Fahrenheit Le Parfum. Coming in at number 2 is a staple in the community and another popular one that I only get to wear in the winter, and it's Pure Malt by the House of Mugler. Just amen, just boozy. Whiskey, patchouli, some chocolate notes, some sweetness, some heaviness. Just a very, what I would say, avant-garde type fragrance from the House of Mugler, which I guess you could say that about all Mugler fragrance, or most of them anyway. I don't get to wear this too often here. Too heavy for spring and summer, especially here in Texas. Fall I can probably wear a little bit more, but winter is the season that you can go crazy with this one. And I have this winter, and it's Pure Malt from the House of Mugler. And coming in at number 1 is the fragrance that's pretty much just bogarted its way to my collection and to my rotation, and it's from Robert Graham, and it's called Fortitude. Now, I said maybe in my fall list, or when I first smelled this one, I did a vlog in Vegas. I'm not sure where I stated this, but I was saying, 1, I just bought it for the bottle, and 2, I was really blown away by the scent itself. I got a decant from Scentbird. When I first smelled it, my wife was standing next to me, and she was like, wow, that smells really niche. And I don't think Robert Graham is technically qualified as a niche brand. They have clothing and some other stuff, but it does smell high-end. To me, this smells like a niche version of the One. They're not clones, they don't smell alike, but just a beautiful, spicy, amber fragrance, and I've been wearing it's been my work staple here during these cold months. It made my fall list. It's making #1 at my winter list because I've been wearing it like crazy, and I got 8.4 ounces or something like that, so I need to wear quite a bit of it. Perfect for work. It smells button up and professional. I can make it through the entire day with this. Have no issues with longevity or projection. It gets compliments, checks every box for me, and that's Robert Graham's Fortitude. Guys, that's it for the list. Let me know what you guys have worn this winter. If you have any thoughts on the fragrances that are in this list, please comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Baby oil and motor oil.